Alright, let's get it. In today's video, y'all, we are doing my official NFL 2023 mock draft. I am so excited to do this, man. I literally was like, all of a sudden the draft is just here. Like, I was just not ready for it. I was doing a school project where I actually had to make a whole first round mock draft, so this has got to be perfect for this. But it was like it just slipped my mind. But nonetheless, let's get it going. So first pick in the draft, we got the Carolina Panthers. And of course here, I love this website because it tells you the needs, everything like that. Of course, I know a little bit about some of these guys, but that's only because I just recently researched them. Otherwise, I had no idea. So they need a QB, wide receiver, and edge. Those are the main needs according to this. And I think here it's pretty obvious they are taking a quarterback. And originally in my mock draft, I had going CJ Stroud, but recently, of course, there's been a lot of, some about his IQ test, everything like that. And he apparently got like an 18 or something on it, really bad. But then I've heard like it wasn't true, like they took it at like night or something. Like it was something weird with it. So I don't know though. I think CJ Stroud and Bryce Young are very close in skill. I think Bryce Young is like the most complete quarterback right now in the draft. He's literally just small. That's the only issue. So I think the Carolina Panthers got to take Bryce Young. I think he's got the mobility. He's got the throw power. He's got everything they need. It's just like what way, where they got to go with it. And then I think this just leaves. I think if Bryce Young goes number 1, I think CJ Stroud's going number 2. Me personally, I just think they're both very even. I think Stroud has the potential to be the better quarterback in this draft. He's a little bit farther off than Bryce Young, just barely though. And then number 3, we got the Arizona Cardinals. This one's tough. You know what I'm saying? They pretty much need everything on this team. And, in my personal opinion, I think Will Anderson Jr. is who they will take. As you can see here, you won't find many edge rushers who can match him in both. He's an every down edge. And then what he can improve him is his pass rush diversity. So, he's pretty complete though. He's pretty complete. 6'3", 253. I mean, he's a tank. I think he's got to go pick number 3 to the Cardinals. Would be my prediction. And then we got the Colts, and I think they got to take a quarterback. They absolutely got to take a freaking quarterback. They've been looking for a quarterback for years, and it's like I think this is finally the year they finally just draft one. And to me, I think they're gonna go with the quarterback that in my personal opinion, has a higher ceiling. And Anthony Richardson has that speed, has that agility, has that throw power. I got Anthony Richardson going number 4 to the Colts. By the way, I'm gonna try to go quick on some of these guys. Of course, some of these guys I don't know too much about, so don't clown me too much. But I'm gonna try to keep it going quick. And then we got pick 5. This is where it gets tough because I think at this point in the draft, Jalen Carter is the best talent in the draft. It's just, what do they, how do they feel about him being a bad boy? You know what I mean? Like, it's just straight up what it is. But I do think at this point, though, obviously, like I said, we're also got to do this mock draft. I forgot to mention, there's got to be no trading. I'm not going to trade any picks. I'm just going to leave it the same as it is. Although I do think there's got to be trades. I'm just going to leave it. But I do think they will take Jalen Carter. I think he is possibly the best player in the draft. It's just, can he stay out of trouble? And it's a risk you have to take. It's a risk you almost have to take. Yeah, I mean, that could be the best pick in the draft in a couple years. Who knows? So I think Seahawks would take that risk. And then next, we got the Lions. So here, I believe, so they need wide receiver, tight end, D-line. Obviously, I think it's too early to take tight end. I think wide receiver, they don't need one. So for me, I see them going D-line or edge. So let me filter this actually, because I think at first here, I had like Lucas Van Ness in my original mock draft going here to the Lions here. It's tough. Or no, I don't know if I had Van Ness. It might have been someone else. But Tyree Wilson, he's nice too. I'm not gonna lie. Tyree Wilson is a very nice edge rusher. So yeah, 6'6", 271. Whew, man. Yeah, I mean, he is I'm gonna say right here, this is tough. But I do think Tyree Wilson is the right pick in the draft here for the Lions at this point in the draft. And then we got the 7th pick. We got the Raiders. Basically, they don't really need a quarterback anymore. O-line, D-line, defensive back. So I think if Jalen Carter slips down, I think the Raiders could take him. I mean, it fits their scheme, you know, with the crazy players. But it's tough here because you got Devon Witherspoon. You know what I'm saying? So he could possibly go there. I could also see, I don't know, Skoronski. I don't think Skoronski would go number 7. I think he'd go a little later. Here, I honestly think they're going to go with Devin, I can't say his name, Devon Witherspoon. I think he's, you know, the corner they're kind of looking for. I can't think of the Raiders, like, cornerbacks off the top of my head, but I do think, you know, when you look at Witherspoon here, obviously you look at his description here, had a very good grade. That is very good for cornerbacks, of course. He's got decent height. Weight's good, obviously. Yeah, he's played a lot of snaps. He's a junior. He's played quite a bit of football, and yeah. To me, I think he is the best corner in this draft, in my opinion. Next, I mean, obviously, I don't know how to feel about Gonzalez. Some people are higher on Gonzalez than I am, but I think Gonzalez is all right. At number 8 here, this is where I could see the Falcons possibly trading away, but it's a matter, do they trust Desmond Ridder or Taylor Heineke? I don't know. I don't know what they do here. I don't know if they trust him or not, because to me here, this is where Will Levis would go. But to be honest, I think the Falcons could trade this pick away. Man, I don't know. I might let me see what they got trade. Okay, so they got the Packers. I don't see why the Packers would trade up. Let's see. Or let's see. Okay, they got the Commanders. I could see the Commanders trading up. I could see the Commanders if they want the quarterback that, or like if they want to secure Levis. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if I like any of these teams. I don't know. Like I said, we'll just leave it. We'll just leave it. Let's say we're just gonna say they don't make any trades here. Like I said, we're gonna leave it as is. You know what I'm saying? I think. I mean, in the draft, you never know who can make a move. But here, looking at edge, because that's, you know, one of their needs next. You got Nolan Smith, Miles Murphy are kind of too high guys, or Lucas Van Ness. Like I said, he was one of the guys I was high on. I think between Nolan Smith and Van Ness, I'd probably go Nolan Smith. I think he's a little more physical, more, you know, kind of a bully kind of guy. Just can absolutely bully his way through. But that pick right there, I do think will get traded. I don't like, you know, the Nolan Smith pick there. I don't. And then the Bears, I think they're going to try to, you know, protect Fields. I got to get going. I feel like I've been talking too much. We're going to take Skoronski there. Pick 10, we got the Eagles. I could see them trading out of this. To me, they need either like it's tough. It's tough because I think they might take Gonzalez or possibly a Brian Branch, because I think either one of those guys they'd be looking towards. I would say here, I would say they're going to take Christian Gonzalez. You know, like I said, I'm not super high on him, but I do think out of all those needs, I think they pretty much have everything covered. You know, it's crazy that they got 10th pick. But yeah, I'd say right there, taking Christian Gonzalez. You know, he's a pretty fast guy. Got good on-ball coverage, so I like him there. And then here for me, this one's obvious for me. I think Jackson Smith-Njigba is going to the Titans. Like, they need a wide receiver. They do not have any receivers at all. Got the Texans. Whew, man, to me here, the Texans kind of need everything. So I could see them really going anywhere with this pick. I think they could take just the best overall player left. Which in that case would be, you know, Kancey, as far as their needs go. I could also see a Paris Johnson going here. Man, I'd probably go. I'd go. I would say, let me see Paris Johnson. Let's see what they're saying about him. It's all there for him to be a high-end NFL tackle. He's a junior. Oh, he's from Cincinnati. Uh-oh. Oh, please come to the Bengals. Please tell me this guy falls to us. He won't fall to us. Okay, little Cincinnati. Okay, hometown. Ohio State. Okay, I like that. My bad. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I think they could go here. But it's not their biggest need. I would say right here they gotta go probably... I don't know. Looking at these options, pretty bad options here for the Texans. Again, I could see them trading out of the spot. I would see they go Kancey here. I could, like I said, I feel like they'll trade out of that spot, but Kancey is also a very nice player at that spot, at the spot in the draft. Next, we got the Packers, who I believe that, they were the 15th. So this is updated because obviously the Aaron Rodgers trade. So they're now 13th, which doesn't really affect much. Man, obviously their needs are wide receiver, tight end, D lineman. I feel like, let me see what wide receivers here. It's tough with the wide receivers. D-line's kind of thinning out too. I'm not gonna lie, D-line is not great at this point. And, you know, I was talking with one of my Packers friends earlier. He said they're looking for kind of a blocking tight end, and none of the tight ends around this point in the draft really fit it. So I think I'm going to go wide receiver here, and I think Quinn Johnson at this point is probably the best receiver left. Yeah, he's 6'4", 215. But the funny part about him, is I have heard he is not like the biggest, like, you know, go up and get it type of guy. So, I mean, he'll have to improve that, but otherwise I still like him there for the Packers. And then we got the Patriots. It's tough for them. They need a tackle. They need an edge. I'd say probably at this point Paris Johnson is probably the move for them. Try to protect Mac Jones. See if he's worth anything. You know what I'm saying? I think that's the move. That's a Bill Belichick move right there. And then we got the Jets now. Again, they're looking for O-line too. So I think if Paris Johnson slips from the Patriots, he'll probably go to the Jets. But they're looking for linebackers and really just defensive backs. Let's see what linebackers here. I know the linebackers this draft are not stacked as far as like, first round, they're not a big threat. So I think they're gotta go probably edge or D-line. And I think at this point, like I said, Van Ness, I had him way higher up in my draft. I think people might be underrating him a little bit. 6'5", 272. Like I said, he's versatile. You can put him in many spots. I like Van Ness here. I think he's a good spot. And then we got the Commanders, and this is where, like I said, I think they're just got weight. And I think here they are going to take Will Levis. I think him slipping down, I think he's not going to get taken as high as some people are thinking he is. I think he's got to slip down a little bit, and Commanders will take him. Then we got the Steelers. They need O-line. They need cornerback, safety even, but mostly cornerback. And I think this is the perfect time. This is the perfect time for them to take Joey Porter Jr. I think, or Darnell Wright. I think one of these two is got to go to the Steelers. I want Darnell Wright for the Bengals. I can't even lie, but I think they are gonna stick to the the Steelers theme. Obviously, Mike Tomlin's already knows the original Joey Porter, so I like that one there. I think they're gonna take Joey Porter. And then we got the Lions again. So who do we take first with the Lions? So we took an edge. So this is where I think they take tight end, and I think they take how do you say his last name? Like I like Kinset. I don't know how to say his name. I'm sorry, y'all. I don't know how to say his name. So it says he's 240. He's not good blocking, but he is good catching. So I think that's kind of what they're looking for. Is obviously I think you skip out on the wide receiver because they do need wide receiver too, a little bit, but not that bad. So I think that's a money pick right there. I'm not gonna lie, I like that pick. for them, so they get the receiving without having to draft a wide receiver. And then you got the Bucks. Man, they could go a lot of spots here. They could go Brian Branch even. I don't know. I don't know though. I think Branch got slipped down a little bit more, not much more. I think here. Let's see what other. I don't think they're going tight end. I think they gotta get O-line, offensive tackle here. Ooh. It's tough. It's tough here. I think here, yeah, I think Darnell Wright's, yeah, I think he's got to be the pick. Like I said, I think he's one of the better, O-linemen in the draft, or offensive tackles, of course. I think he's got to go there probably. And then we got the Seahawks. So who we drafted? The Seahawks. We got Jalen Carter, so the big D lineman. And then I believe in my original mock draft, I had them taking another defensive back here, but they might try to go O-lineman to offensive guard here. Let's see. Offensive tackles, O-line. Either way, I think they're going to try to shift some of these guys around a little bit, because that's their main issue. And I think here it's obviously between Harrison and Broderick Jones. Let me see. Okay, Broderick Jones, 78.2 draft. Let's see what they're saying about him. I don't really remember him much. Jones is a boy on offensive tackle. You're not going through him. You have to go around him. He just earned 84. Blah, 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 blah. Okay. I like this. I think they're going to take Broderick Jones here, considering they need guard and center. I think he can at least help one of those. And then here, to me, this is Bijan Robinson's time to go to the Chargers. Considering Austin Eckler requested a trade, I think he's got to go there. I think right here, yeah, I think the Ravens will draft another wide receiver. I get they got Odell, but bro, they got to get something going, man. I mean, they got to get something going, man. Here I think Addison or Zay Flowers. I think I'm gonna go Addison. Like I said, I could see that going either way. Vikings. They got wide. They don't really need a wide receiver in my opinion. I get they lost, Osborne, but I still think. But at the same time, Osborne was big for him. I can't lie. I don't know here, man. I don't know. This is tough. Why? Yeah. They might take wide receiver. I think in my mock draft, yeah. I think they're gonna take Zay Flowers here. I think in my mock draft I had them taking Zay Flowers too. I think, yeah, or maybe I had them Addison and the Ravens taking Zay Flowers, but yeah, Osborne's a really good receiver. I wish the Bengals had him. Shoot, I mean, we don't need him, but I wish we had him, bro, because he is very good. And then here I got the Jaguars probably trying to beef up the O-line. I could see them going edge here though. Let me see. So there's Anton Harrison. There's Osiris. Probably wait a little longer for those guys. Yeah, I think here Miles Murphy's got to go. Yeah, I think Miles Murphy's got to go here. And then we got the Giants. So it says they need wide receiver, center, safety. Who's their safety? I don't even remember. Because if it's safety, I think this is where Brian Branch has got to go. I don't know. If this is accurate and they do actually need a safety, we're going to assume it is accurate. I'm going to go with Brian Branch because I think he is the best talent left in the draft. At this point in the draft, I say he goes there. Cowboys here, I say they pretty much, honestly, like running back, they don't need it that bad. D-line, they're pretty solid. Linebacker, they're pretty solid. Quarterback, they're not even that bad. So I either see them going Banks or Mayer here. It's tough here. I'd probably go with Mayer because I think that's just a void they're going to want to solidify. So I got them taking Mayer there. And then we got the Bills, who also need a cornerback. And this is where I think Banks will go. He's definitely the next best quarterback in the draft. And then my Bengals, and this just depends. This is a tough spot because the Bengals If Mixon is released, because I know we're asking him for a pay cut, if he doesn't take the pay cut, he will be released. In that case, this is an automatic Jahmyr Gibbs draft. You know, like for us, this is an automatic Gibbs is going. So, but looking at the board right now, tight end, I don't like Darnell Washington. I saw people saying we're gonna take him in the first round. I don't like him this early. I don't know though. I mean, I don't like him that much though. I think here with what's left on the board, I say we go Anton Harrison. I think just to absolutely just completely solidify the O-line. I do think though we will probably not end up taking an offensive tackle or offensive lineman in the first round. But again, this is all depends on like what happens with Mixon, how Mixon's look is. He got to stay. Like obviously the Bengals all know that internally, but we have no idea. And then the Saints, they need a little rush on the. They need an edge D lineman, or they could go guard here. Let me see Osiris. Let me see him, because I don't know much about him. Let's see. See, 6'5", 347. He's a big boy, yo. Okay. There's never been a more guardy prospect, so he's pretty much exactly what the Saints will be looking for here. So I think Osiris goes here. And then who we take earlier with the Eagles? We took cornerback. So it's like, do they go safety here? Because that's probably the next most important to them. But then again, there's not really any safeties at this point. This is tough. So maybe they go. Nah, I don't think they go wide receiver yet. I think they go maybe a McDonald. Or a Mozzie Smith. I could see him going here. He's pretty good. I liked watching him in Michigan. He's pretty solid. Oof, it's tough. I'm gonna say here, if they don't trade out in this spot, I'm gonna say they take Mozzie Smith. I think he'll go there. And then the Chiefs, wide receiver D-line. So again, there's not much on the D-line left at this point. So I think they are going to just get another speedy receiver. Honestly, most of these guys fit that description. Downs is pretty speedy, but he is short. But at the same time, he fits exactly what the Chiefs love to do. Just all speed. I got Josh Downs going here. And that is my official first round mock draft. And yeah, we'll see what happens, man. I am going to do probably a Bengals one, just specifically all 7 rounds for the Bengals. We'll probably do that tomorrow. And yeah, I will also do a reaction to the draft after it's over. But nonetheless, make sure to like and subscribe. I'll see you guys next one. Peace out.